Hello, and welcome back to another episode of my Minecraft survival series. For a while, my horses have been sitting out in the rain, crammed together in a small fenced area. They deserve much better than this. They should have a more open area to walk around in, and should each have their own pen. That's why today, we will be building a horse barn. As usual, I already cleared us a small area to work with, and the build I envisioned for today is kind of an older, more dilapidated barn, with decently sized pens for the horses. I would like lots of hay on the inside, as well as some other barn essentials. Here, I have already laid out the skeleton of the structure I'm going for. None of this cobble will stay in the final build. This is just so I can get a decent idea of what I want. The back is slightly arched as to give the roof a more elastic design, rather than it just being flat. On the other sides, I've laid out the general area for the fences, for the horses' play yards. I don't want them to be too big, as they like to travel, and it could be annoying for when I want to ride them. However, before any of these plans can go fully into action, I need to go chop down a few trees. On my way back to the barn, I stumbled across our old friend, the baby squid. I can't get over how cute it is. Ah, baby! Look at the little baby mouth with his little baby tentacles. Womp. Womp. Ah, baby! I love you so much. Anyways, I now have the main support pillars for the barn put up, replacing some of the cobble. I also removed the dirt to where I'll be placing the floor. I'll probably be going for a similar design to the pathway for the main floor, but would like something different for the inside of the horse's Die! And I'll also be making the pens just a bit larger, as to give the horses a bit more playing area. I'm now beginning to fill in the open spaces with walls. I want the walls to look old and tattered, using a variety of full blocks, slabs, and staircases to achieve this. This helps to make the barn look as though it hasn't been maintained in a long time. After a bit more building, I filled up a lot of the other walls too, and even began to place the floor down, making it look like the pathways, using smooth stone and andesite. I even slightly enlarged the pens, and plan to place the fences soon. There is still much to do, however, as we don't even have a roof yet. After a bit of work and some more friendly deforestation, I now have the walls finished, and even have the roof placed in as well. The floor still needs a little work, but it will be done very soon. I took the liberty of adding a little bit of light to the build with some torches, but as I do with a lot of my builds, I plan to replace them with lanterns, but lack the resources to do so at this time. Soon, my horses will have a much nicer place to stay, especially my trusty steed, who's been with me since the beginning. Even after losing his brother, he stayed strong and stuck with me, and will be forever. Yep, that's him, my trusty steed. Nothing different here. I didn't find a way better horse who was way faster and jumped a lot higher. Nope, wouldn't even dream on it. He's my favorite horse ever. The barn was now almost complete. The only thing to do before the final tour was add some little things here and there to make it stand out, such as plants and a tree, like my other builds. The barn is now officially done. This project took a bit longer than I would have liked, as even before the cameras were rolling, I built several different designs before settling with this one. Fortunately, I'm very happy with how it turned out. I added some piles of barn junk in the corners to make it look like it was used for storage, and it is a bit messy, but still clean at the same time, if that makes any sense. I also added a small loft for some extra storage, as most barns have. I won't be keeping any items up here, it is there for the mere aesthetic of the build. It also gives a nice little look down over the rest of the barn. It was now officially time to name my horses. My trusty steed's name will be He, and my donkey will be named Ha. If you can't have fun with that, then you're crazy. For the horses' pens, I decided to add a cauldron in each, as they will obviously need something to drink. I also made their floors made out of hay. That way, when they need food, it's right there for them. The rest of their penned-in area offers them a decently sized space for them to roam in. This way, they won't get all cramped up inside, and have the liberty of stretching their legs, or socializing with the other wild animals. But with that, I think we're going to wrap it up. Our most useful animal companions now have a place to call their own, and a nice place to relax while they're not being used. I'm sorry if my voice sounded a little off, or you could hear me sniffling at all. I unfortunately have a small cold, or the coronavirus, but whatever. If you have any suggestions on what you'd like me to build next, leave them in the comments below. I want to thank you all for watching, and I hope to catch you here in the next video. Griff out.
A boo boo hee, a jaga baba, a jaga boy, a jaga boo boo, a jaga baba, ooh.